Today we are celebrating women's empowerment, and we have a special guest with us. I'm happy to introduce Simona Mangiante. Hi, Simona, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. Thanks for inviting me to your show. It's I couldn't join a better topic. I'm very
Thank you
well.
so much for being live with us. I'm happy to introduce to everyone Simona Mangiante because she has different careers and she is an example of a woman that empower other women. So it's a very dear subject to her. So Simona, tell us a bit more about your background. I know that you are a lawyer, first of all. So tell us a bit more about your experience.
Sarah, thank you very much, first of all, for considering me like an example of woman empowerment. Actually, as you said, I have different careers in my life that I've been pursuing quite with a strong commitment. First and foremost, my career in law. I studied international law in Italy and I joined the European Parliament for an internship in my early 20s. And that's where I became a legal advisor to the European Parliament. I started working for a committee in civil liberties, and then I joined the presidency office where I managed the cases for international child abduction, which is a really sensitive topic, and that's where my career has switched more toward the protection of human and fundamental rights. I'm very blessed because I had the opportunity through the European Union to travel the world and get to know different legal systems. And I believe that through the legal system is where we really know societies, people, their habits, their limits, and their strength. I'm still a lawyer. I never gave up the bar. But of course, I decided to also give oxygen to my most, let's say, artistic self through acting here in Los Angeles, but also, and most importantly, through creating my own company. I created my fashion line, which is Agape by Simona, and my plan is to develop this in the future at my best.
I want to know a bit more about your lawyer career. What obstacle did you find, and how was it for you to be a woman in that environment?
Thank you very much for this question. It's so actually appropriate because I believe that mostly in those positions that are held principally by men, a woman has to overcome so many cliches. It's very difficult to be a woman, mostly a young woman, facing big legal problems that are handled the most by senior male people in the same position. As I said, you have to prove yourself twice. You don't have only to prove yourself your knowledge to access to this position, but you have to prove you can handle the challenge that every day this external world put toward you. Paradoxically, a woman, especially a decent looking woman, has to prove to be smart. And mostly at the time, I was very young. I started my career, as I said, in my mid 20s, and I already reached a very high position at the time. And it was really challenging to think about not only how to work on the issue, but also how to present yourself to do not irritate somebody, sometimes women that instead of empowering other women, they try to judge them. And to face men who see you as a woman more than a professional. So I think that's really the biggest difficulty that a young woman can face in the legal world. We are used to too many cliches, too many stigmas around women, and that's something that we should overcome. And I think we are making progress in this sense.
What was the best thing about working as a lawyer as well, like and as a woman as well?
The best thing to work as a lawyer is the feeling and what it really gives you empowerment is to help and defend other people, to be their voice when they don't have a voice, and to implement the rights when the rights are abused. So this was probably the most empowering outcome of this experience. As a woman, it was very important to be uh, this professional, goal oriented person in a man world where you don't have to prove yourself to anybody but your clients, and that's where the measure of your success is in the result you get from it.
As you mentioned, you are also an entrepreneur. What gave you the idea and the courage to start a career, and in which field? Tell us a bit more about that.
I always believe that the most empowering things in life is to build your own business, to work for yourself, and to create something. And that's what I said. It's a little bit the same principle as like the law of business. When you defend the law a client on your own and not for law firm, that's give you more space and more independence. When I decided to create my fashion line, was actually in Los Angeles in a time in which I didn't get yet my social security number, so my acting opportunities were frustrated by this limit. I wanted to be a productive member of society, so I finally decided to build up my own business. And fashion has always been, as I said, my passion, not only in the modeling aspect, but also mostly in the creation. I'm a designer myself, and I designed this agape by Simona, which is from the ancient Greek means love, and represent the secret ingredients in everything you do. It's passion. So when you do things with passion, it's where you succeed. I created this bikini line, but actually I'm planning to create a new fashion line, and I'm very excited to partnership with Planet Bliss to create these new futuristic outfits that are not only um, space looking sexy outfit for a woman from the future, a woman from other planets, as we will see in the Planet Bliss, but it's also eco-friendly, and so we also have to remember that we have a planet to save, and that's all the concept of bliss is based on, like being respectful of the nature.
And what a powerful and positive message for women to embrace that we are the future and we can also protect our planet while being intelligent and beautiful and supportive of each other.
I believe that women are the biggest resource of this planet because it's God gave us the power to create. Only women can give birth, not men. They can cooperate, but they can give birth. So I really believe that we are the biggest power on earth, and we should learn how to be more cooperative than competitive.
Why
Unfortunately,
why it's important for you to empower women?
because as I said, I truly strongly believe in women power and women creativity potential. We are substantially different from men, and I believe though that women are incredibly resource for any field they decided to be committed to. I truly find beautiful, successful women inspiring rather than annoying, as for some weak people would look like. So I always like to, bond with women, cooperate with women, get to know women. And I think we should do more things together. We should really come along with a common plan, empower each other, lifting each other up, not pushing each other down, which is something that unfortunately we see happening every time. We see it happening in social media. We see it happening in any possible field. But I think all this competition comes from insecurity, and it's where we become insecure that we become petty and ugly to each other. So the my proposition is to lift the insecure ones and to get them to join the team, and show them how much more beautiful and empowering it's to uh, be bonding with the other beautiful strong women than fighting.
This is such a beautiful message. One last question. So, how women can empower each other? Like you said something like, let's, give more examples of we can all support each other to create a better world together.
I think we should create more women clubs by what we want to do, what we want to achieve. Even in the acting world, why don't we create women clubs that teach to each other the best actress that should teach to the like the junior ones, or in every field. We see a lot of clubs for men that push them each other up, and helping each other in our careers, sharing contacts, sharing ideas, sharing projects. So I think that all comes from creating communities of women that help each other.
Thank you so much, Simona. It was such a beautiful message, and thank you for being live with us, sharing the message of the importance of supporting women and empowering women in the entire world.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And a special hi to not only United States of America, which is my adopted country, but Italy. I know you're Italian like me, so a big hello to our motherland.